Story 1. She walked in wearing just a towel, and didn't leave. I used to think living with my dad and his new wife would be awkward, but tolerable. I was 17, just finishing high school, and mostly kept to myself: games, workouts, no drama. My stepmom, Jen, was 34, into yoga, green smoothies, and walking around like it was always summer. We were never close, but I figured we'd just coexist. Until one night changed everything. It was around 2 a.m. I was still gaming in my room, headset on, lights off. Everyone had gone to bed hours ago, or so I thought. Suddenly, my door creaked open slowly. I spun around thinking it was my dad. But it was Jen, standing there, wearing only a small white towel. Water dripped down her neck. Her hair was damp, sticking to her shoulders. She froze like she was surprised, but not really. "Oh. I thought this was the laundry room," she said, not leaving. My heart pounded. I didn't say a word. Just stared at the light reflecting off her skin. She stepped inside, still no apology. "What are you playing? You always stay up this late?" I nodded nervously, trying not to stare. Then it happened: the towel slipped just a little on her hip. She caught it, smiled, and said, "Oops. Looks like I almost gave you a memory." She turned and walked out, leaving the door slightly open behind her. I couldn't sleep that night. Couldn't look her in the eye the next morning. But what really messed with me? The next day, when my dad was out, she left the towel in the bathroom, folded perfectly on top of my hoodie. To this day, I don't know if she was just teasing, or testing something. Story 2. I sent my stepmom a shirtless selfie by accident. But she didn't mind. I was 18, feeling good for once. I'd just gotten into shape, finally had a six-pack, and was texting this girl from my chem class, Mia. I was in the bathroom mirror, flexed just enough, good lighting, sent a photo. But then I realized I'd sent it to the wrong person. My stepmom. Her name is Kristen. My dad married her 2 years ago. She's hot, like gym influencer hot. But we barely talked unless it was about chores or dinner. So I instantly panicked, sweating worse than after the gym. I texted her right away. "Sorry. That wasn't meant for you." No reply. For 20 minutes. Then I got this. "Well, you've been working hard, looking strong." I didn't know what to do. Avoided her all day. That evening at dinner, she acted totally normal. My dad went to take a call, and that's when she looked at me and whispered. For what it's worth, the pose was flattering. "Confidence suits you." After that, she started complimenting me more. On my clothes. On how I smelled. On how I carried myself like a man now. I never sent her another pic. But she started liking my Instagram gym posts and once commented, "You'll break hearts." Still don't know if it was playful or a warning. Story 3. She did my laundry. And left me a note. My dad got remarried when I was 16. His new wife, Alyssa, was younger than I expected, 31, worked in PR, always dressed like she was heading to a photo shoot. We weren't close. She was polite, a bit too flirty, and way too involved in my routines. But nothing prepared me for what I found in my room one day. I came home from school and noticed my room was spotless. My bed was made, something I definitely hadn't done. Drawers were organized. Then I opened the bottom one where I keep my underwear. Inside was a folded note. "You really need to upgrade these. No girl's gonna be impressed, Alongside it were 3 new pairs of boxer briefs, designer ones. Tight fit, bold colors, not the kind my dad would ever buy. I was embarrassed. Furious. Confused. That night I confronted her. She smiled and said, "It's just laundry. You're a growing guy, I figured you might appreciate something more flattering." She walked off like it was nothing. But I swear, for the next week she kept looking when I walked past in shorts or a tank. One night, I caught her folding my laundry again in my room, sitting on my bed. When I walked in, she said, "Don't worry, I didn't go through anything private this time." Then she added, "Those new ones look good on you, by the way." I told my dad I'd do my own laundry from now on. Story 4, she got tipsy at family dinner. Then sat way too close. My dad's birthday was a big deal. He invited a few friends, some extended family, and of course, his wife, my stepmom Danielle. She was 35, worked in real estate, always dressed classy but with that "no she's hot" energy. I was 19, home from college for the weekend. I thought it'd be a boring night. I was very wrong. During dinner, Danielle had a couple glasses of wine. Then a third. She got a little louder, laughed more than usual, and kept calling me grown up in front of everyone. He's not a boy anymore, that's for sure. After dessert, my dad went out back to smoke cigars with his friends, and the guests trickled out. I stayed inside, cleaning up. That's when Danielle plopped down next to me on the couch real close. Like, thigh-touching close. "College is treating you well," she said, looking me over. "You've filled out in all the right places." I half laughed, trying to move away, but she leaned in and whispered, "I bet the girls there are all over you, huh?" Then she poked my chest, like she was testing my muscle. I stood up, awkwardly mumbling that I had to go check the dishwasher. She smiled up at me and said, "Relax. I'm just being friendly. Your family, kind of." After that night, she acted like nothing happened. But every time I visited, she greeted me with a long hug and that same smirk. Now I make sure I only come home when both of them are around. Story 5, she invited me to the pool, but forgot her bikini top. It was summer. I was 18 and had just finished high school. My dad and his wife, Lexi 33, yoga instructor, influencer energy, invited me to spend the weekend at their lake house. It was chill. Quiet. Until day 2. Lexi said we should relax by the pool. Just me and her. My dad had gone into town for supplies. I walked out to the deck with a towel over my shoulder, expecting her to already be swimming. Instead, she was laying on a sunbed, completely topless, sunglasses on, reading a book like it was the most normal thing in the world. I turned around instantly. "Oh my God, sorry," I said, panicking. She laughed. "Didn't move. It's Europe-style sunbathing. You're too American about these things." I stood there awkwardly, facing the other direction. "Come on," she said. "I've seen you shirtless. We're even now." Then she got up, walked past me to dive in the pool, and when she came up, she still hadn't adjusted anything. "Water's perfect," she said. "Unless you're scared of swimming with me." I stayed in the chair for 45 minutes, pretending to be on my phone. When my dad returned, she was suddenly back in a modest one-piece. But later that evening, she walked past me in the hallway and whispered, "Next time, you might as well join. It's just skin." I never went back to that lake house again.